Hello children. Today we are going to read about the poem How to Tell Wild Animals. But before we start the poem, let us know something about the author.
Carolyn Wells was an American writer who was famous for her books based on mystery. Her famous works are At the Sign of Sphinx, The Jingle Book, and The Story of Betty. How to Tell Wild Animals is one of the humorous poems written by Carolyn Wells. Divided into 6 stanzas, the poem describes how the wild animals lion, tiger, leopard, bear, crocodile, hyena, and chameleon can be identified. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you're dying, you'll know it is the Asian lion.
The poet is telling the readers that how they can recognize various animals in the jungles of the East. So in the first stanza, she says that if the reader comes across an animal whose skin is yellowish brown in color, and if it roars at him so strongly that he can die out of fear, it means that he has encountered an Asian lion. She has humorously explained the Asian lion which could kill a person with its roar.
Or if sometime when roaming round, a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern.
She explains an animal that roams in the jungle and belongs to a royal clan. The color of its skin is yellowish with black stripes. She says that if you notice that he kills you and eats you up, then this means that you have surely seen a Bengal tiger. She humorously explains how a tiger looks like because once a person has been eaten up by a wild animal, there is no use in determining which wild animal it is.
If strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is the leopard. It'll do no good to roar with pain, he'll only leap and leap again.
The poet says that if you are casually walking in a jungle, you will meet an animal who has a skin with spots on it. This animal is so fast that it will leap on you at once, which means that it will jump on you. This jumping is an indication that it is none other than the leopard. Moreover, she adds that if you will cry out in pain, it is not going to be of any use as it will keep on jumping on you.
If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it's a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he'll give you just one more caress.
If you're walking in the lawn area of your house and you meet a creature which hugs you tightly, it's a bear. She further adds that if you're still in doubt regarding the animal, the easiest way is that he will keep hugging you. This act of his will make you sure about his identity. You will come to know that it's a bear.
Though to distinguish beasts of prey, a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they're crocodiles.
The poet says that for someone who is new to the job of recognizing animals, it will be like a puzzle to recognize animals that hunt other animals for their food. So here the poet tries to help out the readers by telling the difference between two animals. He says that hyenas will be smiling, whereas if it is a crocodile, it is always in tears. Well, it is of course impossible to confuse a hyena with a crocodile. The hyena is a four-footed mammal and the crocodile belongs to the family of reptiles. The poetess makes this ridiculous statement for the sake of humor. Through this statement, she also attunes us to the animal behavior. She also uses idioms like crocodile tears literally to make fun of the way we attribute characters to animals.
The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, it's the chameleon, you see.
The poet says that the next is chameleon, which is a small creature. It looks like a lizard, but the difference between the two is that chameleon does not have ears and wings. Moreover, she says that chameleon are different from normal lizards because they can change the color of their skin to camouflage with the tree they are sitting on. The ability allows them from unsuspecting predators. The poetess says that if someone notices no animal, reptile, bird, or insect sitting on the branches of a tree, a chameleon may be sitting on that. The entire poem talks of some distinct physical features of each of these animals along with their dangerous characteristics. The way Wells casually describes deadly encounters with carnivorous animals points to the use of dark humor. Dark humor or black humor is used to make a serious or painful subject lighter. Wells blends the element of danger that is associated with the wild animal with humor by telling the reader that these characteristics in fact help in identifying the animal. This tone creates a special kind of effect on the reader, making it a fun read. This humorous element is what makes the poem unique, yet a typical example of humorous poems written by Wells. So dear children, I hope you've understood the poem. See you in the next video. Thank you.